Update 45 has just released for consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, and The Elder Scrolls Online. While it has been out for PC for a couple of weeks, console players, we can finally jump in and start making some serious gold this update. Every update, there's always some new releases that you can sell to make some gold, and this update is no exception. Make sure you watch the entire video so you know the best way to farm for the items that you can sell and make some gold this patch. As always, if you subscribe to this video and hit that like button, it helps me keep making videos just like this. So hit the subscribe button and let's get started. Update 45 is here, and with 2 new dungeons coming out, there's a lot to look forward to. The green tree is getting an update, so we have a lot more passives now. The starter zones got a refresh and look beautiful. But most importantly, we have some new drops available that we can sell to make some gold. Most notably are the new furnishing plans that are coming out with this update. As always, furnishing plans from the new updates can sell for a lot of gold, and the faster you can get them and sell them, the more gold you can make. And this update is no exception. We have quite a few new recipes dropping in this update. We can get 9 new furnishing plans from the Skin Grad reward coffer by completing Weald daily quests. There are 6 new Mirrormore themed recipes from completing Mirrormore Mosaics. There are 14 new Alyeid themed recipes that can be found in Weald, Gold Coast, and Blackwood from bonus loot when excavating antiquities of immediate or higher difficulty. A Colovian bed canopy full can be obtained from monsters and containers and more across Weald. And we have 7 new Master Writ furnishings which can be purchased from Rawless Halalu. So a lot of new options here. Let's get in on how you can farm these and make gold off of them. First things first, we're starting with the 9 new furnishing plans from the Weald Dailies. Now, Skin Grad came out with the last DLC that ESO released last year, so if you haven't already purchased Weald, you can purchase it now for a pretty good price. If you already have the DLC, you're probably pretty familiar with these dailies. There's one for a world boss, an incursion, which are the Mirrormore Mosaics, and the Delve daily quest. You can pick these up right here on the map from talking to the 3 legionaries with the daily quest markers on their heads. Now, this is going to be a really great way to farm for those 9 new furnishing plans, most notably because one of the Mirrormore Mosaics is already included in the quest. So that means that you have a chance to get one of the 6 new Mirrormore themed recipes in addition to the 9 new furnishing plans. So this is going to be a great way to make some gold. People have been loving the Colovian themed recipes, so selling the furnishing plans for a decent amount of gold is a great way to make money. But you can also eat them and sell the furnishings yourselves. Furnishings alone can sell for a decent amount of gold, mostly because the items used to make them can be quite expensive. So you can sometimes sell the furnishing itself for more than the plan. Something to keep in mind when you're looking to make some gold. These dailies are pretty easy to complete, and you can share them with other players, or switch to a new character and start farming again. So lots of opportunity to get some gold here from selling these new plans. Now, while I recommend picking up the daily for at least the Mirrormore Mosaic, since you can just run those to pick up the 6 new Mirrormore themed recipes, if dailies aren't your thing, you can just run the Mirrormore excursions, try and get those Mirrormore recipes. This is also how the Weald Legion motifs are dropping. That came out with update 44, which still sell for a decent amount of gold, so if you're looking to make some more money that way, this is an additional bonus that you can get for the Mirrormore Mosaics. Now, mosaics are just the excursions found around Skin Grad. They're very similar to the dolmens or the Harrow Storms that we saw in Western Skyrim. To figure out which one is active, just look for the one that's flashing with 2 swords crossing through the middle. Head on over to the nearest way shrine, run to the Mirrormore Mosaic, and there will most likely be a decent amount of people running these because of the new furnishing plans that dropped. So another great way to make some gold just by running these Mirrormore Mosaics in update 45. There are also going to be 14 new Alyeid themed recipes, which can be found from bonus loot in excavating antiquities. Now, traditionally, Alyeid recipes have sold for a ton of gold in the game. You can still sell the Alyeid bookcase, which is a rare drop from Alyeid dungeons, for millions of gold. Now, the reason that these are so expensive is because they have a very low drop rate. And it seems the same can be said for these new Alyeid theme recipes that are dropping from the antiquities based on some PTS testing. It seems that having some luck is going to be key to getting these Alyeid plans, which is probably going to make them the most expensive out of all the items on this list. So if you get your hands on one, you're looking at most likely millions of gold to profit from. If you're looking for a good way to farm this, your best bet is probably to head over to Gold Coast, because you can get the Sharn de Bella lead to drop from treasure chest and random mobs, as well as the golden idol of Morahas from the world boss in Tribune's Folly and Overland Minotaurs. While these leads don't drop too often, they're probably the easiest way to farm if you don't want to look for the ornate nose ring over and over and over. And same with the other zones, you can always start with the green antiquity and find that to unlock the intermediate antiquity as well. You can also do this by farming for any of the mythics in any of these zones. So if you haven't gotten those leads yet, now is a great time because you have that bonus chance of getting the Alyeid plans as well. Treasure chest maps for West Weald are going to be a great source of antiquities that are above intermediate. There's a lot of the Alyeid purple furnishing items that you can dig up. So if you have any West Weald treasure maps that you've been holding on to, now would be a great time to use those. Another option would be putting together the tapestry pieces in Blackwood. All you have to do is go find the tapestry items if you haven't done this already, and you can go dig them up. All of these items are blue or higher, so these are going to count as intermediate items, so you have a chance to get those bonus loot Alyeid plans. And as always, the Blackwood treasure maps and the daily quests do have a chance to drop the ancestral Akaviri pages, and the dailies have a chance to drop the Kothringi tidal canoe. In Blackwood, you can also find the Zen idol fairly easily. It comes from safe boxes, treasure chest, and thieves' troves, world and public dungeon bosses, and harvesting nodes. So if you're in need of some alchemy ingredients or any other harvesting nodes, maybe you should farm in Blackwood and hope that you get the Zen idol to dig up. Next up is the Colovian Bed Canopy Full, which can be obtained from monsters, containers, and more across West Weald. Well, as always, the best place to farm for containers is at the Outcast Inn, because as you can see in the basement, there are all these wardrobes. There's also a handful of backpacks if you want to get those as well. But all you have to do is go around, open the wardrobes, head out this back door here, which has a loading screen, and then head back in and all the containers are repopulated. This has been the farming spot that has been very popular ever since the Skingrad zone was released, and this holds true for the Colovian Bed Canopy Full. Now, this furnishing plan probably won't sell for as much as the Alyeid or even the plans that drop from the dailies, but if you can get your hands on it pretty early on, you can still make a decent chunk of gold from this. And last but not least, we have the 7 new Master Writ furnishings, which you can purchase from Rolas Halalu with Writ vouchers. These are probably the least amount of gold you can make from selling these, since they can be readily purchased with Writ vouchers, but you can still turn them around for a decent amount of gold, especially towards the beginning of the update, which was just released. So if you purchase them now and flip them, you can probably still make a good amount of gold. Now note that we do have some fun things coming up in the game. We have the Golden Pursuits Cyrodiil campaign happening right now, where you can get a huge chunk of alliance points for completing the items there and unlocking the milestone reward. So check that out. There's also the new Cyrodiil campaign only on PC. So if you play on PC, you can test that out, give Zoss some feedback on what you think about the new campaign. There is also going to be a new event involving all things thieving. It's called a Crime Wave mini event, and we don't have a confirmed date for this just yet, but keep an eye out for it because it is going to give you a bunch of bonuses for fencing and stealing. Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild daily quests are going to provide additional boxes. It's going to be a good event, so keep an eye out for that as well. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're excited for the new update. I know I, for one, can't wait to get into the new dungeons, and I'm excited to do a little bit of farming for these new furnishing plans as well. As always, I'd like to give a shout out to my members. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And as always, if you subscribe and like this video, it really helps me out, and I appreciate any and all support. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.